Hello, you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Britik coming at you fast with some Black Ops 3 competitive gameplay, and this is probably the most competitive gameplay that I've had on my channel for a while. This is actually a 3v3 wager match on UMG, and for those of you who don't know what a wager match is, it's actually when you play for real money. Now, hold your horses. We only played for $1 whole, but nonetheless, the people you find playing wagers are always way better than the people you find playing GBs. So if you're willing to, donate a couple dollars, then you can actually find some really good people to practice against and maybe make yourself a better player. But right here, just an honorable mention, we're playing against Ferocities. And for those of you who don't know, Ferocities is actually a semi-pro who has been known to play with pros like Ricky, and some other friends of Ricky like that. I don't know. I didn't do too much research, but apparently he has a really popular channel on Twitch. He used to stream on MLG, so he's no joke, is all I'm trying to say. His squad is no joke, except for Oreo. I don't know what the hell Oreo fucking does for a living, but he did not do too well in this game. Sorry, Oreo. Sorry. But, anyway, this gameplay doesn't have any of our voices, no communication, talking like that. That's why I'm talking over it. To be honest, I forgot to record, and it actually, turned out for the better, because you guys are going to see me go off, and I can focus on telling you guys my, tips to success when it comes to Search and Destroy, because I've been playing a little bit of Search and Destroy here there, played a lot of game battles, played some wagers, played some UMG matches, haven't lost yet when I played, knock on wood, have lost, okay, now listen, I have lost maps, but I have not lost matches, because we've been able to bounce back. For example, this match, we lost the first map, but we came back the next two, so it turned out for the better. Or actually, maybe that was the match after this, my bad. Anyway, that's not important, I'm sorry. By the way, those double akimbo pistols are crazy overpowered. Use them before they're banned. So, strategies for Search and Destroy. How to win in Search and Destroy in Black Ops 3. I know that's kind of blunt, and that's kind of like a straightforward statement, maybe an arrogant statement even, as if I know how to win in Search and Destroy. I don't know how to win in Search and Destroy. I mean, games like this are absolutely up to chance. They're, anything can happen. It's Call of Duty. But I can give you tips that will increase your chances in winning Search and Destroy. So that, you won't win 100% of the time, but you might win 80% of the time. You might win 90% of the time. So without me rambling on anymore, let's actually get into the tips. So the very first thing is communication with your teammate. Of course, your teammates even. Communication is the most important thing in Search and Destroy. You need to know callouts. You need to understand, where they are in relation to you. How are they rotating? Where do you think they're going? You have to be one step ahead of your opponent every single time. You have to think about the situation. Okay, so they planted the bomb, and it's in this direction, so they must be sitting somewhere over there watching the bomb, so I'm going to go check there to kill him before defusing the bomb, because as soon as I get on the bomb, I'm going to get picked off, because he's probably watching it. Stuff like that. You have to always have your awareness on fleek. You have to make sure that your communication with your teammates is great, and you have to make sure that you know your callouts, plain and simple. Now, at the beginning of the game, it's kind of hard to know callouts. You're kind of just calling out random stuff. For example, this area right here where I'm looking, we called it tracks, because, there's train tracks there. And as soon as I said tracks, my teammates, we knew that's what tracks was. They didn't even have to see it. They just knew it. They just understood it, because they're fucking tracks right there. So stuff like that, Just practice with that. It's all about chemistry with your teammates, really. You only play as good as your team cooperates and communicates. And right here, I get this dope-ass wall run kill. That dude didn't even fire a shot. He was so nervous. He was so scared. I can't believe it. But communication is definitely the most important thing, aside from gun skill, of course. And not jumping out when you're one shot, too. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. So, the next thing that's really important in Search and Destroy specifically is knowing the difference between aggressive and stupid. And you need to understand when you need to play a bit more passive, when you need to play for picks, and when you need to pick up the pace and start playing aggressively. In the beginning of this game, I actually used an AR, if you haven't noticed in the first round. And that's what I used. I used an AR to kind of, gauge how their play style is. To see, what they like to do, kind of a passive. And then, I whip out an SMG and, go overdrive and try to rush them and fail epically here in that point. But usually when I overdrive and rush, it works out really, really well. Now, you want to be able to use this method effectively, engaging your opponent's strengths and weaknesses. So my recommendation is at the beginning, start off passive. Don't have too much of an aggressive strategy. Don't have too much of a turtley strategy. Just make sure that you know what you're doing and that it's beneficial. So, like I said, in the first round, I had an AR because I was going to kind of sit back and see what they did. If it took a long time for them to reach the bomb site, then I knew that they were going to be playing passively, they're going to be using ARs, and they're just going to be chilling. But I saw that they were pushing up right away, and I was able to pick some off, and I noticed that they liked being aggressive. Also, when I noticed that 2 of them were using SMGs, if not all 3. I didn't really notice the 3rd guy, because he just kept dying all the time. I mean, he's 0 and 4 already, but we're not going to talk about that. So again, I use an AR, because I realized, okay, these guys are playing aggressively. We're on defense. I'm going to put away my SMG and pull out my AR, so I have, better chance of not dying. By the way, that stun tactic right there, when they try to rush you, it works flawlessly. I actually countered somebody like that in a different GB, and it was beautiful. Got a 2-piece out of it, but that's another thing. Know the difference between aggressive and passive. And when you're aggressive, don't be stupid. Don't go into spots, and don't put yourself into positions where you could get picked off by head glitches super, super easily. Don't run out into the open, obviously, especially the middle. But I mean, if you think that you're confident enough in your gun skill, go for it. But don't challenge a stupid fight. Don't challenge somebody on a head glitch. For example, I didn't know this guy was coming up there, but if I did, I wouldn't have challenged him because he was on a dirty head glitch, and I had no cover whatsoever. So he obviously had the advantage in that gunfight. Unless his gunshot is just really, really bad, which I hope it isn't at this level, because he's playing for money. So here you see Merge get a quick, easy 2-piece for the clutch. Very good job, Merge. Very good job indeed. So we went over communication. We went over knowing the difference between playing aggressively and playing passively. And then, of course, number 3 goes without saying, you need to know your spots. You need to know your spots on the map, especially for Search and Destroy. That's why I'm going to be doing sights and strats and all that kind of stuff. Don't you guys worry, that's all coming on its way, especially for this map. I really love this map. I play Search and Destroy really well on this map for some reason. I just really, really like it. But you need to know your spots. You need to know all the head glitches. You need to know the nerd spots. You need to know the secret campy corner spots. You need to know everything for every strat. You need to understand what's going on all the time. And when you understand the situation, like for example, this spot right here, beautiful for watching the flank. Because you just get prone behind this box, and then you turn your camera a little bit to the right, so you see what's going on. You see when people run by you, like this. So I would see if somebody were to run by me, and then I could just pop out and kill him. And this is a beautiful spot right here. Now, knowing, your callouts and all that, then coupling it with your spots, and then coupling it with understanding the opposition's tactics, all increases your chances of winning. And all of these things take time to learn, take time to innately understand. I mean, a week hasn't even gone by with this game's release, and I'm already finding crazy little spots, nooks, and corners and all that, just because I've been playing Call of Duty a long time, and I know how it generally works, and where to look for these spots. If you need help finding them, then again, I will be doing sights and strats. I'll be showing little spots, little, strategies, routes that you can take, stuff like that, wall running places, everything, for those of you who can't do it on their own. But I do highly recommend trying. Go in a private match. See what you like. Play around a little bit. See where people go. Or just play a lot of competitive games in general. That works as well. Really easily. This guy didn't even notice me up there. Which, shame on him. I don't know why. Because, that's a pretty common spot in my opinion. But, whatever. Doesn't matter. So besides all that, of course, you need to have a gun that you're comfortable with. I like using the Pharaoh, obviously, as you can see here from my gameplays. I believe that the M8A1 and the Pharaoh are the 2 more popular to use guns at the moment, from my experience by playing game battles and UMGs on this game so far. The Man of War is pretty nice, but I haven't seen anybody use it too successfully. It's good in public match for sure, but I don't know how it stacks up in competitive. And a lot of people I used the VMP as well, which is what I died by a couple of rounds ago. It's pretty good short to medium range SMG, but I like the Pharaoh just because it's got that long range versatility, just in case, because it's competitive, you never know. For example, this corner right here, just watching the rotation, making sure that they don't rotate if they're from middle or from B and they go to A, but I already knew that they were already at A, so that's why I started my rotation early. My teammate picks them off, and we get the round defuse. So again, it's all kind of, innate understanding of what the situation is. If you notice that, hey, this person hasn't come around this way in a long time. I'm going to rotate over and check the other place because he's probably over there right now. So I need to go check that and just cut him off and stuff like that. And it might sound simple to some of you, but for some others, it's actually much harder when put into practice. Because people are people. They are spontaneous, random-ass creatures. They do whatever they want and whatever they feel like. You can't really predict them sometimes. Most of the times you can, if you think that it's so obvious that they're going to go there that there's no other way that they wouldn't. So you are able to predict them. Like right here, I was able to predict that he would have his overdrive by now. So I already started aiming down my sights as soon as I was in the building because I knew he should have been able to get in there by now. And stuff like that. So hopefully this guide has been helpful to you guys. It is a really long gameplay. It's kind of hard to talk through like 15 minutes of gameplay. But I will continue to do it. I'm not done talking to you guys. Yeah, I'm just going to talk about in general how I think about competitive right now then for the rest of this gameplay. But to wrap it all up, in conclusion, callouts, know your spots, make sure you have good communication, and then know the difference between being aggressive and being stupid. Because Search and Destroy, you only have one life, so you need to make it count. Now, my overall thoughts on competitive right now, I played a lot of games, and I really do enjoy it. I do think competitive has longevity in this game. I like it way better than I did in Advanced Warfare. I liked it way better than I did in Call of Duty Ghosts. I think it's really, really good gameplay, really good competitive gameplay. And even with the specialists and all that, there's still a lot of versatility and a large skill gap. Because I don't think there's too many useful specialists, at least not in Search and Destroy. Everybody uses overdrive on Ruin just to get that extra, running head start, easy peasy lemon squeezy pickoff. But it's not overpowered to use specialist weapons and all that. I feel like because you still have to be good with it. We were playing a different wager where someone pulled out the Annihilator, but he died instantly to regular guns just because he wasn't ready for the gunfight. So it's it's all situational. It's all opinion based. And it just depends on what you like. But I think it's a good addition. I think it adds for more skill, more flavor. I actually personally enjoy the ban and protect system, even though they haven't really been implemented in the GBs and UMGs yet. I've just been playing around with them on Arena. I think it's a good system, just because, it adds a bit of meta. It adds a little bit of League of Legends types deal to it. And that's always good, When you add strategy to the game, you add meta to the game, it really separates the smart people from the dumb people, and it separates the people who used to win CODs just by having a gun skill from the people who are actually smart and strategic and are able to thrive off of that and use that to their advantage. So overall, I think competitive is really nice. The guns are balanced. The maps are pretty nice. Some of them I don't like, but most of them I do. Pretty nice maps. And yeah, that's about it on that. So this is the last round. We know Bomb Down is in this room right in front of me. So we hug corners. My teammate gets killed. So I'm like, oh shit, there he is. I'm going to kill time. Try to run away. He actually gets a shot on me. So I overdrive and I run all the way around. And he actually understands that. He reads that. But I also read that he's going to cut me off. And therefore I win the gunfight when he tries to punch me. Don't panic knife in this game, guys. It doesn't get you kills. It doesn't win. He panic knifed. He got nervous. He didn't know what was going on. So I just jumped back with overdrive like Houdini. One bursted him. And that's that. Game over. GG. No re. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was an ace at the last round, by the way, if you didn't catch that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you drop a like if you really did enjoy it, and if you look forward to competitive videos. And if you watch this entire thing, just leave down in the comment section below wagers, and I will know you watched the whole thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. As always, make sure you all have a wonderful day.